Yeah, giving you an idea where we should be for average temperatures. We are getting closer and closer to having 70 as our average. It'll probably be towards the end of this week or weekend. Still, our lows are typically in the 40s. Give it another week and a half, I think we'll be closer to 50 to give you an idea where we should be. We're going to be closer to this probably by Thursday, maybe some areas for tomorrow too. And that's the cool down that I'm talking about for Wednesday and Thursday. Back to more seasonable conditions here for a few days. We're going to warm back up Friday, back in the mid 70s, and then the weekend, definitely warm. We could see 80s again. I think Sunday definitely stands a shot. Still dry. That's not a change there. And next week, mid 80s potentially. I think that could be the warmest period, maybe Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday, all the way through Thursday too, in rain. Potentially all the way to the second half of next week, maybe Friday, but even that looks pretty light, slim right now too. So we could go through the first half of the month with not much rain. Right now, the typical flow, we talk about block flow, and this is a jet stream that's about 25,000 feet. It usually flows west to east. There's kind of ridges and troughs right here. Here's a trough. There's a ridge. Ridge usually means quiet, dry conditions. Trough usually means that you have a storm going on, a system coming through. It moves fairly transit across the area, so things they'll give a block. Now, if we go to a blocking pattern, which is this is kind of what we have right now going on, it's just a little bit different orientation. But if you're in the center of this block with the jet coming well to the north, you're dry and warm. Unfortunately, on either side of it, which they're having right now kind of in the Intermountain West and to the southeast, you have continuous stormy conditions. Systems come through. You can have cool conditions. Snow is what's going on too in the Intermountain West. Now, what also is a block, and we're going to see this more next week, early next week, is the ridge goes way up to the north, and they have the jet goes way up to the north, a jet way to the south. In between, there's not much flow going on. Very light flow at 25,000 feet. So that typically means dry, warm, could even get hot conditions down there too. This is what we're going to see probably going into early next week before that system out west potentially could get here. And if you kind of look at the jet stream right now, as we go through Friday, you can see the jet to the north up there. We're getting into that pattern where it goes well to the north. This will be the weekend. You can see it split. Not much flow going on here, so that means no systems are coming through. They're going to head up to the north, or they're going to kind of stay to the south and weekend. As we go through Monday and Tuesday, that's when we're going to start seeing that system approach to the west coast. That is the one that could bring us, and I mean could bring us, some precipitation as we get closer to next Thursday. You can see as it comes in an Intermountain West and into the plains, that jet stream gets closer. A system will get closer by this point. Now, can it come through this ridge and break it down and give us some precipitation? And how much moisture can it pull northward? That's yet to be seen, but I think we'll see something coming following next weekend. But right now, it's just too early to say how much of that. As you look at the precipitation pattern right there, pretty low confidence we're going to have something going on, but possibility could shift. Back to the temperatures tomorrow, we're going to cool back down, upper 60s to low 70s, depending on where you are. A few degrees cooler on Thursday, more for southern areas. As you go further north, they'll probably go up a degree or two because their cool down really is coming tomorrow behind a cold front that slides throughout. You'll notice the northeast wind coming through there too, so definitely you'll see that going through. And then Friday, we get back up to the 70s here, a little bit warmer going on. If we get that coming up, and there we go, it flipped over. Anyway, we're going to see the 70s and 80s as we get closer to the weekend too. And then early next week, as I mentioned, mid 80s potentially. That rain chance really is going to come probably after this 8-day forecast, and that would be at the earliest Thursday or Friday. So cool down tomorrow. I mean, cover yourself over that jacket. You might need it. But,
yeah.
you know,
Bring the sweatshirt.
You'll notice with that northeast wind tomorrow, it will feel a little cooler back to where we should be. But like I said, we're only cooling back to where we should be.
Yeah, not much to worry about this week.
No, not much.
Yeah.
Thanks, Greg.